Today I'm putting a new exhaust on my Nissan 350Z. This is my exhaust at the moment. Don't know what make it is. I think it's Power. Something off eBay because I've never seen one before, especially with 4 tips. So the reason I'm changing this is because it's really quiet lower down, and then higher revs it gets a lot louder, but there's also a lot more rasp. I'm not a fan of the rasp, which I'm going to go for a drive after this and you'll see how much rasp there is. So after that I'll be changing it. So this is the exhaust I've gone for. It's a Z1 single. It's the race exhaust, not the M spec. So it has this resonator, whereas the M spec doesn't have that. It's just a straight pipe. Big silencer with a removable silencer in there. So try that in, I'll try it without, see what difference that makes. And then the mid pipe, which all looks good, well made. The welds are good. All cast flanges on there and on the Y pipe. I've gone for the also Z1 premium Y pipe with cast collector, which looks very nice and smooth. With that, you can either choose it with a straight pipe or resonated. I've gone for the resonator. The more resonators, the better for the rasp. So hopefully that'll get rid of the rasp. And then it comes with the gaskets and bolts for the exhaust. I've got this from Tarmac Sports, which deal in the Z1 parts. I haven't seen any videos of this exhaust with the Y pipe together, so it'd be interesting to see what it sounds like. So I'll get it on the car and see what it's like. So I'm underneath the car now, and it has had a new Y pipe on already, but it's not a resonated one. So my resonator will go in here, in this straight section. With it being new, these bolts should be nice and easy to get off. And then ones. So I'll take the Y pipe off first, and then a couple of hangers. And these bolts don't look very easy to get off, but I'm going to leave this back box on this pipe, and then just disconnect it from the Y pipe and take that off as one piece. So because I'm disconnecting it from the Y pipe, this W brace is going to be in the way because that's all going to be one big section from there back. So I'm going to take this brace off, and I do have a new one to go on. It's an ultra racing one, so I'll have a nice new exhaust, new brace. So I've started off by taking these plastic covers off, so I can get to these bolts here. So it's that one, and that one. And then, so there's 3 that side, 3 the other side, and 2 bolts at the front. These are 14mm, they're 12mm, and the plastic cover's 10mm. So I'll take that off now, and then I can get the exhaust taken off and the new one on. Undoing these bolts, I've just cracked them all because they do snap, and I don't want them snapping in there. So what I've done is undone it, tighten, undo, tight, undo, tight, try to break the rust, and then hopefully they'll come out without breaking. So I've just unbolted the Y pipe and put this wood in just to support it. I'm going to take the back section off first, so I'm going to see what it sounds like straight out of the Y pipe. So all that's holding this back section on now is these hangers. Now normally whenever I've done these hangers, they're really hard to get off, and I've had grips oiled up and all sorts to get them off. But I've got some of these. It's a cheap tool, but it'll do a good job. So go on like that. First time I've used these, one-handed. I couldn't do it one-handed, so we'll go with two. So now I've just got three more to get, one right up there on either side and this lower one here. Get them off and that's the exhaust off. And that's it, the exhaust is off. So we've got we'll see what it sounds like. With no exhaust and just the Y pipe, it is really loud. I didn't rev it too much because it's too loud. So the Y pipe's on. It's on loosely, so need to tighten it up. So that's where the resonator is. And I've just put the next two on, next two bits of pipe. So it's all on apart from the back silencer, which I'll be putting on next after I've tightened these up. I'll tighten this up now and get that back silencer on. So this is the new brace I've got. You can see the old one's fairly rusty. We run the nice white Ultra Racing. Exhaust is all done and the brace is back on. So now I need to start it and see what it sounds like. started off with the 4-tip eBay exhaust. Now that were quiet up to 4,000 revs, and then you got louder and raspier above that. Then the Z1 single with the silencer in, that's droney up to 3,000, but it's not too bad of a drone, and then it's about the same loudness as what were previously on, just without the rasp. And then the one I've got now without the silencer that's droney a bit more than without the silencer, but it's a lot louder, and that's what I've got now. So I don't know if you can notice, but in the back I've got an old duvet doing a bit of sound deadening. So at some point I will need to do some sound deadening, just to take the edge off the drone. Then it's not too bad. It's manageable. Because when I did put it on to start with, I just go for a little drive, and it was too much.